modern controls are a gimmick that Capcom has introduced in Street Fighter 6 to level the playing field so that normies, filthy casuals, button mashers, and children can somewhat stand a chance against seasoned veterans that have spent their entire lives practicing their combos and execution in training mode so that they can perform at a high level. Or is it? Is there something more to modern than meets the eye? We're going to take a look. So yesterday on the Cappuccino subreddit, a user named FGC Daily posted this screenshot comparing the damage that Luke's level 2 does in classic versus modern controls. You can see right here, this is how much it does. It's like, let's say like 20% of the life bar. But you'll also notice that there are 3 different categories listed. We have classic, modern motion, and modern shortcut. And this was the part that was new to me because as somebody who completely dismissed modern controls from the get-go, I was under the impression that there was just a 20% damage decrease, or maybe it was 80% damage scaling from the beginning. Not even quite sure if those are exactly the same thing. Either way, it just seemed like it wasn't going to really be worth it. But after playing a little bit of the demo with modern controls as Luke, I started to have maybe a slightly different opinion. And after seeing the screenshot, now it's clear that with modern controls, it's not as limited as I once thought, because I didn't realize that you still have access to the different strengths of your special moves if you actually do the full input when you're in modern controls. So in addition to just being able to press the special button in order to input a special move, you can do the full input, like let's say quarter circle forward, fireball motion for Luke's Sandblast. If you do that when you're in modern controls, you'll be able to do the light, medium, or heavy version of the move. And so in this screenshot, you can see that the classic and the modern motion damage is exactly the same, meaning that modern gives you the option of doing the specials and the supers either the old-fashioned way or the modern way. And the bottom shows how much damage modern shortcut does. You can see, like, if the level 2 does about 20%, you might say that modern shortcut does maybe like, I don't know, what's that, like 17%? Not quite 15%. Maybe it's somewhere in the middle. Either way, the fact that you can still access full damage specials and supers by doing the full motion gives modern, I would argue, somewhat of an advantage, because you can do the full motion in a combo if you know that your combo is going to hit, but you still have access to the shortcut controls, which mean that you can do a level 1, 2, or 3 super in one input, because you press special and heavy at the same time and you get a level 1. Or if you press back special and heavy, you get level 2, and down special and heavy, you get a level 3, which means that you can do supers. You can input the supers much faster, so you'll be able to punish things on reaction much easier at the expense of doing a little bit less damage. Let's just say 20%. So what does this do in the long run? I would argue that it makes it so that you can choose whether or not you want to spend less time working on combos in training mode and spend more time working on arguably like the stuff that matters more, like being more familiar with character matchup. Because if you use modern controls to learn a character, not because you're going to main the character, but for the purposes of learning the matchup, I think modern controls actually provide a pretty interesting advantage, because you don't have to spend anywhere near as much time working on the muscle memory in order to get a better feel for the character. So I don't know whether this is good or bad. It's definitely too early to tell. But what do you think? Are modern controls an abomination to the entire fighting game genre? Or are modern controls something worth considering for serious players? Let me know what you think in the comments.